friends, so today we are maintaining some homes and businesses, so about three homes and 3 businesses, something like that. And each week when we go, we will fertilize, prune, and sometimes it's like an SOS situation. One time I pulled up, and actually 2 years in a row now, there have been some kind of rodent or something was eating one of my customers' pots around her pool, and we have had to completely cut stuff back and just let it grow back, fertilize. So we figured out that 7 works really well. No, it is not bio-friendly, but it is what is keeping them away and her plants alive. So whatever it takes, right? But yeah, so let's go follow along and see what we do when we maintain all of our customers. Our first stop, and she has 3 of these around the pool, a couple on her deck up top, 3 more by the garage, 4 in a memorial garden. But the ones back here are actually the aquapots. They are the ceramic aquapots, and so we just go around, and she does really good at staying on top of them as far as keeping them full. So all I have to do is top it off with a little bit more water. And this one here, she fertilizes, so she'll fill up all that fertilizer, fill that container with the Proven Winners fertilizer, 2 scoops for 2 gallons, and she goes around and does all the pots. The other kids are in the van, hopefully not completely destroying it, right? But yeah, so we're gonna get these done. She has aquapots up top there. There's 3, so 6 total, and then the rest are just normal pots. She has 2 main containers on the front porch, and they're in the shade, and honestly I've maybe had to fill those once. They stay pretty wet up there, so those do really good in the shade. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fill this one up here. It gets to be like this. It's kind of hard to find the hole back. It's right back there, and I'll show you how it kind of spills out of the side once it's full. Can't see it much anymore, but it was coming out the side right there pretty good, and that tells me that it's full. So we're gonna go up to the top deck here, and you guys are gonna see the most beautiful mandevilla tree, which it's not super popular, but I love them. We had them in the store this year, and they are so pretty. In this container, this is the mandevilla tree I was talking about, but this is also your mini Vinsta purple stars, and this is your royal velvet super petunias here, and just a sweet potato vine. I love the way the purples and the whites all mix together. Purple is one of my favorite flowers to do. Any shade of purple really. So I really enjoy this container. As I was filling it up, I noticed the water was coming up the pipe, and it's barely dribbling out of the hole. It should be flowing out of the hole if it's coming all the way up that pipe. So I'm going to grab a little stick, and I'm going to stick it in the side of it, and then it'll all flow out of it. So this is the size basically of the hole. You don't have to get too complicated. You don't need some great tool. So I'm just putting that in there and kind of wiggling it in there to make sure there's no more dirt, because there was a little bit of dirt that was clogging in there. But we're good now. So it's flowing out, and we're good to go. Okay, so buddy, are we done? Yeah. We're done with the first place. Yeah. Off to stop number 2. We're at another customer's, and I love this place because it's like a backyard oasis. It's beautiful back here. Lots of supertunias. So we have the jazzberry supertunia in this one and the persimmon. And the persimmon is so underrated. It is so vigorous and does really, really well. I would, if it were me, I would probably put it in the Vista category, along with the Hoopla Vivid. Both of those are in the supertunia category, and they should definitely be in the Vista because of their vigor. But I love these combinations, and I'll show you guys what the rest of this looks like. So now we are off to stop at number 4. Our second location at Shoemaker Ortho, and they have 2 large globe planters is the name of them, from Earth Planter. I think they hold around 30 gallons of water, but again, I maintenance once a week. You probably only have to fill these every 2 weeks, but since I'm already here, I fill them up. I just top them off. It takes me about 5 minutes to top them off with water every week, and then I fertilize them. And the coleus is getting pretty wild. You can see that here. So I'll probably kind of cut some of that back. This has already been trimmed back. The sweet potato vine's been trimmed back like a million times. It just goes wild in these planters. And if you guys want an insanely amazing growing supertunia, the Vista Jazzberry is my favorite. My rep and I were talking this weekend, and I would say it might be better than the bubblegum. The bubblegum's got the bigger blooms, but these just don't get as leggy, and I just feel like they perform a little bit better, and they last longer into the fall season. So add that one to your list. If you have not used the jazzberry, you need to use it. But I'm going to go ahead and maintenance these, and then we'll be off to Taylor Law, which they have 2 main Kobe containers. They're the square ones, and then we'll do 1 residence left, and then we're done for the day. And we are at our last stop, and it is the cutest little house. It's got a red door and all these red planters that we picked last year to match. So I'll show you guys all of her stuff. And we put macho ferns in her window boxes. They're so cute. So I'll show you those.